Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for spending your weekend, day, wherever, whenever you're watching this. Thank you so much for spending it with me. I'm so blessed to have you here. Today's video is going to be a week-long video, or however long it takes me to finish reading this book. I'm really excited for this. I got this idea from Steph Bower. I don't know how to say her last name. But Steph Bower, I'll link her YouTube in the description box below. She's one of my favorite YouTubers ever. She does a lot of book-related videos, makeup-related videos. I mean, she's a fan of Harry Styles and Taylor Swift, and girl, I had a stan as soon as I heard that. And I absolutely love her, and I got this idea from her, which is a reading video, a reading vlog, basically taking you guys on the journey of reading a very popular book right now, which is called Red, White, and Royal Blue. So I'm going to read this description with you guys so that you guys can know what this book is about, and we'll get started on the video. So this book is about when his mother became president of the United States, Alex Claremont Diaz was promptly cast as the American equivalent of a young royal. Handsome, charismatic, genius. His image is pure millennial marketing gold for the White House. There's only one problem. Alex has a beef with an actual prince, Henry, across the pond. And when the tabloids get a hold of a photo involving an Alex/Henry altercation, U.S. and British relations take turn for the worse. Heads of the family and state and other handlers devise a plan for damage control, stage a truce between the two rivals. What at first begins as a fake, Instagrammable friendship grows deeper and more dangerous than either Alex or Henry could have imagined. Soon, Alex finds himself hurtling into a secret romance with the surprisingly unstuffy Henry that could derail the presidential campaign and upend two nations. It raises the question, can love save the world after all? Where do we find the courage and the power to be the people we are meant to be? And how can we learn to let our true colors shine through? So this is what Red, White, and Royal Blue is about. It's by Casey McQuiston. Very popular. I see this all over my book talk, all over my bookstagram, all over YouTube. I mean, this book is everywhere, and it really took the storm in 2020, I feel like. So I'm really excited to read this book. Just a little disclaimer at the end, it will have some spoilers talking about it, but throughout the video I'll try to keep it to a very minimal and try not to spoil too much. So if you are wanting to read this video, then I would not watch the very end where I give my final thoughts, but I feel like I should be finished with this book in a week. It usually takes me a week to finish a book. If I really like it, 2 days, or if I'm not really busy, 2 days. But we'll definitely see. I think I'll really enjoy this book, and I'm excited to take you along on the journey. So let's get to it. I'm so excited. Okay, y'all, definitely not gonna lie, I've been trash updating you guys on my reading of Red, White, and Royal Blue. So I got pretty far. I started yesterday, so day 2 technically of reading. I believe I'm on chapter 5. Let me see. Yeah, I'm on chapter 5, page 109. So let me catch you up. First chapter. It's going to be brief, so don't worry. It's not really going to be spoilers. First chapter is just getting to know everyone. So far we know Alex, Nora, June, Ellen, which is the mom, and a bunch of her security staff. And then we then understand why Alex and Henry, which is the prince, why they don't really like each other. And this whole rival thing. Chapter 2 comes, and they go to England for the royal wedding. Something happens at the wedding between Henry and Alex, which is what makes them come, like they have to pretend to be friends. So then he comes back. Alex goes back to England for a weekend to like clear things up, go on talk show host with Alex and everything. And then he comes back and they exchange numbers, blah, blah, blah. So they start a friendship. And then that's pretty much the majority of what's happening. And then they just had a party in chapter 4, like Alex, June, and Nora. They just had a party where they invited like celebrities, political leaders, and their daughters or sons or whatever. And June or Nora, one of them invited Henry and his best friend Pez. So they came and everything, and some stuff went down. And I can already tell that this is going to make me like This is gonna be like the one in the selection series, like the third book, or like America and Maxon fall in love. Like, it's gonna make me want to be part of this romance. Like, I can already tell what it's gonna do. But yeah, so that's where I am so far. First impression, really, really good. Love the storytelling a lot. Love Alex and love his wittiness, and love Henry. And I definitely do be rating Henry's dialogue in a British accent. Let's not talk about it. But really, really love it. Love June and Nora. I'm excited to see more stuff. And yeah, overall, really like it. The chapters are kind of longer, just because I just came out of a book that had like 5-page chapters. So these ones are at least 15-page chapters, maybe even more. So yeah, that's where we're at. But yeah, I'm on chapter 5 and page 109. I believe there's like 435 pages. So I have 300 and something more to go. Hello, y'all, and welcome to day 3 of reading Red, White, and Royal Blue. So, I am currently on chapter 7, I believe. Chapter 7. So we're making progress. Like I said, these chapters are thick. These chapters are long, so they're going to take a while. It's going to take a while for me to scan through them, but I'm going through pretty fast, okay? Let's be mindful that there's like 400 some pages. I'm on 100, almost 200 pages. So we're getting there, okay? It just takes time. So not much has happened in chapter 4. I believe chapter 4, like Henry and Alex, like they were ignoring each other, or Henry was ignoring Alex. Chapter 5 and 6 was a little steamy. I was not expecting that. It was a little steamy. That's all I'm going to say. So that's where I'm at with this one. I believe chapter 7, I'm about to see a like fundraiser of some sorts that Alex is doing, and he invited Henry to. So we'll see how that goes. It is later in the night. I think I just hit the 50% mark. I'm on page 202, chapter 8, and there's 14 chapters. They're pretty long chapters, just gonna say. I know I've said this a lot. Anywho, chapter 7, very eventful, very eventful. We have learned a lot about the election, because there's a re-election for the president, and Alex's mom is the president, and we've learned a lot of things about the election. We've also learned that Alex has brought up his sexuality to June, his sister, and Henry and him are growing more fond with each other and just having more of a relationship, I guess, like that's built more on emotions and not, physical touch, I guess you could say. And let's see, what else happened? Oh yeah, there's a scene in chapter 7 where they're at a bar, like Nora and June and Alex and Henry's friend Pez and his sister B, like they're all there, and Henry as well. They're all there at the bar, and they just are so cute. Like, they're so cute, and I definitely could imagine that scene happening in a movie, and I just really want to experience that. Also, I'm starting a new thing with this book where I'm highlighting cute things, cute quotes, and I haven't done a lot because there's a lot and I just don't want to highlight everything, but I am doing the ones, and one of them was that Alex finally feels like he belongs, like he finally feels like he has friends, and that feeling is just an amazing feeling. So I definitely got a little emotion, but yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. I hit the 50% mark. It pretty much looks like it, and I think that's pretty satisfying. So I'm excited to finish this book. And I don't know if I'm going to read any more tonight, but if I do, I will update you guys. Hello, good morning. I'm currently this way, I believe a little over 60% done. I'm on chapter 10, and chapter 9 was very eventful. very long, but also very eventful. Let's see what happened. I want to paraphrase it. So a lot of stuff happened. Alex told his mom about everything, and they went on like a vacation, and like with the dad. So like June, Nora, Alex went on the summer vacation with the dad in Texas, and Alex invited Henry. A lot of stuff went down, and now we're back into square one. So that's basically what has happened. Getting very frustrated, I think, with Alex and Henry, just because. But anyway, I'm not even ready for the day, and it's almost 10, but I have an allergy appointment at 11, and I have to stay there for like 30 minutes. So I'm going to be reading there, obviously. I'm going to bring my book, and then I'll update you guys. Okay, so I just got out of my allergy appointment, and I read, I think I'm on chapter 11, chapter 12, one of them. But anyways, so in this chapter, Alex flew to London, and Henry and Alex had this big altercation, and then Henry took him to like this museum, and it was really, really cute. It was a cute like moment. And now we're back to square one of them being on opposite sides of the world and sharing emails. So that's where we're going. That's where we're at. I'm currently editing this video, as you can see, and I videotaped me reading at the cafe, because I went to a cafe, and I videotaped it, and I forgot to put on time lapse, so I videotaped like long footage, and it just kept crashing. So you don't get to see that, but I went to a cafe and I only read one chapter, and that basically was just an email chapter. Like they were just exchanging emails back and forth. So not much happened, but we also did learn a lot through those emails of like Henry and his status and his sexuality and who knows and who doesn't know. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It has been such a long time since I filmed that last clip. It's been like over a week, and I never updated you guys because I got so caught up with schoolwork and just so caught up with everything, and I just got really, really stressed and didn't feel like filming. So update, I finished the book. I feel so bad because I didn't do any updates, and the last time I updated you guys I was on chapter 12, so there's definitely like 4 chapters that I didn't update you guys on. So I'm gonna say now, this is where I'm going to update you guys on the chapters, and then I'll make sure to say like, oh hey, now we're back, we're into the review stage, so you guys don't get any spoilers if you are wanting to read this book. So basically the last time that we spoke was that the chapter 11 was just an email chapter. So chapters 12 through 14 were very eventful but also uneventful at the same time. So basically there was another falling out between Alex and Henry. Something major happened with paparazzi and with the tabloids, and it just did not blow over well. So it was just a lot of back and forth, and you know, just breaking apart, and a lot of morals being tested and everything. And then we also got to see another insight of the election that Alex's mom partakes in. And yeah, we got to see that and everything. So overall, it was a good ending. I'm not going to say if it was a happy ending or if they ended up together or not. That is going to be for you guys to discover if you read this book. So yeah, that's basically what chapters 12 through 14 were, or 15? 15. There were 15 chapters. So yeah, so a lot did happen, but also just not enough to like, I guess, really update you guys on, because it was kind of just like building up. So there was a lot of like hiding their relationship, and then tabloids and paparazzi and everything, you know, like British paparazzi and American paparazzi. Same thing, but they're really both extreme, but honestly, British paparazzi is just absolutely crazy. But I guess so is American paparazzi as well. Anywho, so just wanted to update you guys on that. So now we are into the review part of the video, the end of the video. So if you are wanting to read this book and you don't want any spoilers, I am so glad that you watched this video. Don't watch the end of this video because it is going to include some spoilers. So again, just a warning, if you don't care about spoilers, then go ahead and watch. But then again, I don't want you guys to be like, oh my gosh, I was gonna read it. So don't click. I'll put a timestamp. Okay, I'll put a timestamp. So if you're clicking off now, thank you for joining me with this reading vlog. I'm so glad that you joined me. And if you like this video, put it down below. Let me know, because I'm excited to do this video again with a different book. Anywho, for those of you staying, thank you. Hello. This book, genuinely, I give it a 4 out of 5-star review. I think there was a lot of, it's definitely a mature read, in the sense of language and in the sense of very graphic details about, you know, their relationship and everything. So definitely I would say it's a more of a mature read. I wouldn't suggest a 13-year-old to read this. I would probably suggest like 16 and up to read this. So yeah, definitely if you don't like vulgar language, like just like cuss words and stuff like that, wouldn't recommend this book because it's pretty much on every single page. But yeah, overall, looking that part aside, I genuinely really liked this book. It was really, really different. I loved Alex and Henry's relationship. I loved that it was like, went from enemies to friends to lovers. It was really, really good. And there was a lot of parts where they're just like, oh my gosh, like I've liked you ever since we were enemies, but like we were both too stupid to realize. And then they just grow into friends that have a lot in common, and then they just really spark this love interest with each other, and they're like, oh crap, like we can't do this, like this is not okay. But then they like grow to love each other and stuff like that. And there was just a bunch of parts in this book where I just imagined it being on a TV screen, because just the way that it was written, like there was one part where they're at the lake and Henry was there, and you can just imagine that on the screen, like in a Netflix show or on a movie or whatever. So genuinely, it's just such a cute book. It's a great romance read if you want to start getting into romance, but still love the trope frenemies, enemies to lovers. Then I would definitely suggest this book. Again, it's a 4 out of 5 for me, and yeah, I would definitely recommend this book for people that want to find this kind of romance and everything. So thank you so much for watching and for clicking and just being patient with me. I'm so sorry that I didn't update you guys on the rest. I've just been so terrible at it. But it's also because I read like 12 through 15 in one sitting, so it's just not like everything. But yeah, I finished this book, I want to say like Thursday of last week, and it's Thursday that I'm filming this. So I definitely filmed, or maybe I think I finished it on a Wednesday last week. So it's definitely, it was definitely a quick read. It took me like 4 days to read. Thank you so much for coming with me on this trip of reading Red, White, and Royal Blue. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it to your friends if they think they would like this video as well. And I hope to see you next week with another brand new video. Bye!